everybody, it's that time again. It's time for Wine a Little Wednesdays. So this week we're going to be talking about foods and wines that will pair together that are great for barbecues and cookouts because it's officially warm enough to be considered that season. So I'm excited about that. I don't know about you. But before we get to that, I want to announce a new contest that is exclusively for those of you who watch our YouTube videos, in hopes that more of you will actually watch them as well. But stay tuned, that's going to be coming up at the end of the video. We'll talk about that. So we're just going to get onto it, get to the wine, and let's start. So of course there's so many different things that you can barbecue, and some people are confused about what wines might go with these foods and just kind of stick to beer. I know a lot of people stick to beer for cookouts and things like that, but wine is always an option, always. So we're going to start with our Cab Franc. Cab Franc, of course, nice, dry, heavy red, is going to be great with something along the lines of a really nice thick steak or a big juicy burger. Because of the nice heavy peppery notes in it, it'll go really well with the meaty, well, I like mine pretty bloody too, and peppery notes of the steak if you put pepper on them anyway. So Cab Franc, great option for the red meat lovers at your barbecues. Definitely recommend it there. Next we're going to go on to Kalika. Kalika, for those of you who don't know, is Merlot and Foch blend that tastes really great with some more your casual foods. Usually we recommend it for pizza, but today I will also be telling you that you should try it with more barbecue. Pulled pork and ribs, anything like that is really great with the Kalika. And honestly, when I make pulled pork, I actually put Dr. Pepper or root beer or Pepsi sometimes in it when it's cooking. So since I always tell people that this is almost like cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper, it really works well with the barbecue sauce and the flavor of the pork. And since it's lightly carbonated, it'll cut through any of the grease in those foods as well. So doing barbecue, try Kalika with it. You won't regret it. Now we're going to go on to Chervais. I found out completely by accident last year that Chervais actually goes extremely well with clams. We actually did them on the grill. My friend Eric did them on the grill, and I happened to have this bottle of wine with me, and they paired so well together that I just had to make sure I included this in the video. Really light and citrusy, and I always dunk my clams a lot of butter. So again, carbonation in that helps cut through the grease with the clams. But it would also do the same for shrimp, or if you are the kind of person that does lobster tails on the grill, that's a good one too. Most shellfish in the Chervais would be perfect together. Unless you're a hoarder like me and you happen to have a couple bottles of the Merivere hanging around, that would be my top choice for seafood. But this comes in at a very, very close second, so that's a good one. Next, we're going to move on to tremana special selection. If you have a person at your barbecue that likes bratwursts or sausage, anything like that, the herby notes in the sausages will go really nice with the spice and floral notes of the treminette. This is the dry version. The treminette semi-sweet wouldn't go as well with sausages. That's better for something spicy. I didn't actually include that in the wines I put together, but so if you're doing sausages, anything like that, do with the treminette special selection. Okay, moving on to Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris is one, like I said a few videos ago, that we haven't had in a while, but it's nice and light and citrusy, and you get a little bit of a tartness to it. It's really good with, let's see, what did I say it was going to be good with? Another one that's great with seafood, scallops maybe, or different whitefish like mahi, or, well, not tuna. Tuna wouldn't be probably so great with that, but something along those lines. Also, grilled pineapple. The grilled pineapple would be perfect with this. It will help cut the sweetness of the pineapple just a little bit. And it would be a great option for that. So give that one a try too. Next, we're moving on to Chardonnay. The Chardonnay would be really nice with, maybe if you're doing like a honey barbecue chicken, something along those lines, or a sweeter glazed chicken, the Chardonnay would be fantastic with that. I actually had it with a sesame and soy honey glazed chicken, and it paired extremely well with that. So it's got a lot of apple, you get a little bit of pear, some citrus, so it really is nice with something lighter. Also, the Chardonnay is a good option for our vegetarian friends at our cookouts and barbecues. So if you're making a veggie burger or a big grilled portobello mushroom, Chardonnay would definitely be the way to go for that too. And then for dessert, it's always good to have some wine that pairs well with the dessert. So I'm going to bring out the Trophy and the Pochette here. Now, for one, at a barbecue or a picnic, sangria is always great. So these ones make a really nice sangrias on their own. I've been making the white peacock sangria with the Pochette, well, probably since we've had it, honestly. And then if you mix the Pochette and the Trophy together, these are good as a sangria as well. But we're going to get to that in a few weeks. We're not going to worry about the sangria recipes right now. However, if you're grilling fruit, like peaches or pineapple, it's a fun idea to take some of the wine and soak the fruit in it for a few hours, maybe 6 hours at most, before you grill it. Even mixing maybe a little bit of brown sugar or molasses in there too, with the Trophy at least, because I do like a little bit of that brown sugar toasty notes on my pineapple. But soak them in this, and then grill them, and then as you're grilling them, brush a little bit more of the extra liquid that you marinated the fruit in on top of it as you're grilling it, and it'll nice caramelize a little bit, and you really won't regret it. That's a really great combination. Fruit and wine, of course, always great together, and what's better than boozy fruit? I don't think there is much. So that's all of those. It's our wine pairings for barbecues. It's always nice to have those options. I'm not a big beer drinker. I've always got to find a wine for everything. So there are your suggestions for those. Now, on to the contest. What we're going to be doing is every week for a video, starting next week, there will be a featured wine. And if you want to win a bottle of that featured wine, all you have to do is go over to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment on that video, the video of the week, like I said, starting next week. And if you comment, you'll be entered to win the featured bottle of the wine. So that'd be a really great way to just keep up to date on the wines maybe you've never tried. And who doesn't like a free bottle of wine anyway? So make sure that you go on over to our YouTube page, especially starting next week, because that's when the contest starts. So what is that? That is June 3rd, I believe. Sounds about right. So June 3rd, go over there, subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment on that video, and you will win whatever the featured bottle of wine is for that week. And keep in mind, you can win more than one bottle. We're not keeping it to just one bottle per person. So if you stay subscribed and comment every week, you'll win a bottle of wine as many times as your name gets picked. So stay subscribed because we will be checking. But that's about it for this week. I will see you all next week for a little bit of a different video than we've been doing the past couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be funny. That's what I do. So we'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wine a little. You'll feel better. Bye.